Today we're going to talk about a subject that comes up quite a lot when we talk with our customers, and that's the concepts of pressure and flow rate. A lot of customers tend to confuse these two things, so we're just going to go over them real quickly here, explain what they are, how they affect your system, and how you would measure both of them. So the first one we're going to talk about is water pressure. Now, water pressure is the force of the water against a container, such as a water pipe, and it can dictate how far we can actually move water along a pipe or whether things like pop-up irrigation are viable. It can have negative effects if it's too low. For instance, some drippers may enter a flushing mode if it's too low, or pop-up irrigation may not spring up at all, rendering it completely useless. So to measure your water pressure, you'll need to get hold of one of these, which is a water pressure gauge. They're available from most online stores and Amazon, etc., including our own store. These will screw directly onto a garden tap, and what you want to do is pop it on the tap, turn the tap on all the way, so we're getting the maximum amount of pressure, and then you can read the pressure off of the gauge on the front. These gauges will usually show both PSI and bar. It doesn't really matter which one you want to use because they can be converted over, but you just want to pop this on, make a note of your starting pressure. Most homes will have 1 bar as standard. Yours may be higher, or the tap may have an issue and it may be lower. So it's always worth having a record of what yours is so we can see if some forms of irrigation are viable for you. The next one we're going to talk about is flow rate. Flow rate simply refers to the amount of litres exiting the tap over a given time frame, usually a minute or an hour. This is very important for all types of systems because it will determine how much irrigation can actually run on a single line. How we measure flow rate? Very, very simple. You'll need 2 things. You'll need a bucket of a known size, and you'll need a stopwatch of some kind. Most people just use their mobile phones. What you'll want to do is you'll want to go to the garden tap you want to use, remove any connectors from the tap so that you're just down to the bare tap, turn the tap fully on, pop the bucket underneath, and start your stopwatch. You'll want to pay particular attention. Once your bucket is full, stop your stopwatch, and you'll now have a number of seconds that it takes to fill a known quantity in the bucket. In this example, my bucket's 15 litres, so what we need to do is we need to take 15, divide it by the time on the stopwatch, let's say 30 seconds as an example, and then times that figure by 60, and that will give us our litres per minute. If you'd rather work out your litres per hour, you can then take that figure and times it again by 60 to get your litres per hour.